This is my AR-15, and I will tell you that I absolutely love this rifle, but I also get why people are terrified of it. Stay tuned. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. As you heard in that brief intro, this is my new AR-15, and I absolutely love this rifle. This is an Aero Precision upper and lower, and as you can probably tell, I have made some modifications to this firearm in the short time that I've owned it. But I actually decided to pick this up a couple of weeks ago, and prior to me making a decision to buy an AR and actually starting the process of shopping for one, I had never even held an AR, much less fired one. And I can tell you for a fact that I was a little fearful of this rifle. I did not understand it in any way, shape, or form. Again, I had never held it before I started shopping for one. I had never fired one, and I didn't really understand it, right? I had handguns, I had a shotgun, but this was a completely foreign thing to me. And to some degree or another, I get why people are afraid of this rifle. I actually did a short on YouTube about 2 weeks ago. And what I alluded to in that little short was that so much of the fear from firearms, in my belief, comes from a lack of understanding, a lack of familiarity. And I recommended that everyone out there that has firearms that goes to a range should invite a friend that doesn't go to the range in an attempt to expose more people to these wonderful firearms. Because I can tell you for a fact that my fear of the AR went away as soon as I fired one. Like, all the fear left me. Like, I still have a tremendous amount of respect for what this can do and the power that it represents, but I'm not necessarily fearful of it. I have a lot of respect for it, no doubt about it. And I will tell you that every single time I have an opportunity to fire this thing, I get more and more comfortable with it. And as I mentioned, I've actually held or had this AR-15 for a couple of weeks now. And just recently, I was able to go to the range with my father. And I ran so far about 150 rounds through this. So not a ton of rounds in any way, shape, or form. But again, I've done 150 rounds in a couple of weeks, and I was never really an AR person. So for me, that's a lot. And every single time that I go to the range, every single round that I send down the range, I learn a little more about the functionality of this firearm. And again, I absolutely love it. Like, firing a pistol is great. It's a lot of fun. There is something about this that honestly just blows me away. And we were at the range just recently, and I actually had one of the guys that worked at the range ask me what this was, and I told him what it was, and he had told me he had never even seen an Aero Precision upper and lower together. And so I don't know if that's an unusual thing or not, but very pleased to have been able to pick this up. And I will tell you, I actually got this from Cabela's. I happened to be in Cabela's looking at ARs. I met some of the guys that worked there. They told me that they were completing a transaction for an AR-15, and the guy was trading in for something else, and they asked if I would be interested. And I had never even heard of Aero Precision before, but I immediately started to do some research while I was there in the shop. I jumped on online and did a couple of searches, read as much stuff as I could get my hands on, and decided to go ahead and purchase this thing. And truthfully, I'm not even sure if the guy ever fired this gun. It did not appear that he had done much with it at all. And as I mentioned, I have changed some things out, specifically like the butt stock. I actually replaced, he had some god-awful butt stock on here, so I replaced this with a mag pull and made some other improvements. But I was very thankful that the right gun found me at the right time, and I've been very pleased with this rifle. So much so that I am actually going to be taking a tactical course very soon. I've actually signed up for a 1-hour session with a local tactical company here where I live, and I'm going to be receiving some instruction from a former Marine. I believe that this guy served for about 5 years, and so I'm looking forward to what he's going to put me through as I learn more about this AR-15. And again, so much of my hesitation has gone away with me handling the firearm, shooting the firearm, learning more about the platform. I've spent a tremendous amount of time actually jumping online, researching things, reading how to break it down, how to maintain it, how to fire it, the hand positions, the body position. It is just amazing. I am really enjoying this journey that I'm on, and I hope you guys will stick around for more, because there is a lot more for me to learn. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I want to encourage you to do so now. That way you won't miss out on me learning more about this firearm and so many others that I hope to get my hands on. If you need to reach out to me, be certain to leave a comment behind and you will get a response. Take care.
I painted 10,000 poems in a million years of history. Through these rap heroics, I painted 10,000 poems in a million years of history. Through these rap heroics.